record. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Why You Need These Drops. I'm so excited to have each and every one on you tonight on this call tonight. And let me tell you why I'm so excited. Julie Park is here to tell us her amazing testimony. And what we want to talk about tonight is she has an amazing story, y'all. But most of us look on social media for a solution for whatever is going on in our life. Is that not correct? Shake your head, everybody, because I know everybody's muted. We all go to social media to find what it is that could possibly be a solution for what we're experiencing. Just for example, like mine was brain fog. Okay. So, but I had the amazing pleasure of already having, or the honor and opportunity of already having somebody in my life that could help me with that problem. But I knew her and I trusted her with my life, right? So I knew that when I shared my difficulties, she was going to have the solution for me. But if you are scrolling through Facebook and looking for a solution, why do you want to stop the scroll on the drops? That's what we're going to talk about tonight. So I'm going to turn it over to the amazing Julie Park, who is just going to wow you with her testimony. And we just know that she's impacting so many lives. And that's exactly what we want, because what's our saying? We're going to get these drops in the hands of billions. So, Julie, take it away.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me. This is such an honor, really. And you know what? I absolutely love talking about this because it has absolutely changed my life. And how can I not share this good news with so many people, right? So here I am. I was 51 years old at the time, and I had gone through a really big health crisis. Just like so many people, we go through a lot of changes with our bodies, right? I was perimenopausal. And of course, we're getting older and we think, okay, this is just part of our life. And, this is all the aches and pains. But I had like really severe brain fog and fatigue and a lot of inflammation and insomnia. But what happened was a couple of years earlier, I had a health crisis. So the big thing was pancreatitis, and I had it for about 6 months, which ended up me having to have surgery on it and then losing my spleen, half my pancreas, and then it got infected. And so I went into sepsis. And so I was in the hospital for a couple of weeks. And my health tanked after that very badly. Backstory is I have 5 children. I have a lot of kids. I have had a lot of miscarriages, so my hormones were really out of whack. I just thought that it was just part of getting older, but really after my health crisis, it just got really very, very bad. I was watching my sugar levels because when you lose your pancreas, then you have, that's what regulates your insulin. So I was watching my sugar, and then 2 years ago, I went diabetic. So I was told, by my doctor, listen, I know you have insomnia and all these other issues and high cholesterol, but it's really the diabetes that that's concerning to me. And when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, because I know that diabetes runs in my family, and I know the terrible things that can happen with that, and I really, really didn't want it. So I asked my doctor and I said, listen, I know how to eat a low glycemic diet. I'm going to try to exercise with the very little amount of energy that I have. Can you just give me 3 months before you put me on all this medication? So I immediately went on this journey. I wasn't really seeing a lot of changes. But what happened was I was watching Facebook, just like you said. I was scrolling around and I saw one of my friends, and her name is Tammy Mulby Melchizedek. And she's talking about weight loss and how she found these homeopathic drops and how she lost 10 pounds. And I'm like, honey, you don't even have 10 pounds to lose. And I was like, blah, blah. I've tried everything about weight loss. I was, 160 pounds or 145 at that time, and struggling with my weight. I had the belly fat, but that wasn't my primary concern. My primary concern was my diabetes. So when I was watching her post, she mentioned one day about these drops, and it was about supporting your pancreas and insulin resistance and all of those things. And that caught my attention. So I messaged her, and I had barely known her. Like I met her one time. And so I messaged her and I was like, okay, what are these drops, and send them to me. Just let me try them. So I tried them. And you know what? Within 2 weeks, I felt energy for the first time ever. I felt energy. And I was like, I don't know if it's just my diet or if it's the drops or if it's, what's going on. So I thought I want to just commit to this for the 90 days that you're recommending because I do know that on a cellular level, it needs some time, right? Everything needs time. So I'm like, send me the drops. I'll do it for 3 months and let's see how it goes. Well, what's so wonderful is that I started sleeping, my hair started getting better, my skin started getting better. Like all of these changes started happening. And I knew after a little while, I would probably say after about 6 weeks, I knew that it was the drops. And so I was like, this is kind of crazy. Like, is this normal? Like, happening to a lot of people. But what was fun was that I started losing weight and, I loved like how I was feeling. The energy levels as they were going up, I was able to commit to more of a healthy lifestyle. So I started working out, walking, doing a little more exercise. And then the energy was like, honestly, it was started going through the roof. And I have kind of this bubbly personality, but I can't kind of fake it through it till I make it, you know? But what happened was that my insides matched my outsides, so I was seeing such a change internally. I woke up in the morning, and I'm not kidding. Usually I would wake up around 11 or noon because I was just so exhausted. I would wake up like 4 times a night, go to the bathroom thinking I had the smallest bladder in the whole wide world, but it wasn't that. It was that my cortisol levels were off and I was not sleeping through the night. And here I was sleeping 6 hours a night, solid, and feeling amazing in the morning and waking up with a smile on my face. I remember posting about how I was waking up with the sun and enjoying the sunrise. And that's something that I never used to be able to do before. And I would wake up early, run outside so that I can get up on top of one of my hills that I love and watch the sunrise. Like I was seeing joy, feeling joy and happiness in the morning. Like these are all things that I was, I see people on here, Tina, like I see my friend on here who knew me back then and who knew that I struggled with different things, but I just faked it. And now it's like I literally have so much energy, so much joy, so much brain fog is gone. You know how productive I am, right? It's like insanely productive. And I went back to the doctor 3 months later, and first of all, they're like, dang, what are you doing? Because I had lost 20, 25 pounds by then. And I was like, well, I'm doing a few things and exercise. And they're like, yeah, that exercise, that's really great. But my numbers came back so significantly improved that she actually was really surprised. So no more high cholesterol and no more diabetes. Now, am I saying that it cured it? No, I'm not saying that. But I am saying that these drops have supported my system in a way that my body can function in the way that it's meant to function in a healthy and fit way. And so when that happens, your immune system kicks in, your metabolism kicks in, all of these things, and you're able to be healthy. And so that's what I've experienced. And it's like, it's been life changing ever since. But I can't help but tell everybody about it. I will continue to tell everyone about it because I know there are so many people out there who are skeptical about what happened to me. And I must have done some magic, but I have aged backwards. I call it the midlife glow up. We all do, you know. But really, it's just been a miracle. It's almost been a miracle. And I do want to get in the hands of billions. I'm with you, Michelle. So
Yeah,
that's my story, my
absolutely.
health journey.
Well, that is so amazing. And I get chills every time I hear your story because it's just so real. I can only imagine how many people can relate to your story. So I don't want to say anymore because I can tell that Cynthia Bolden has a few things to say. So Cynthia, what do you have to say after this? And I know you're like I am. You just have
Yeah.
chills.
Yeah. It's like, wow, can you give it up for Julie Park? Like,
Thank
I
you.
mean, that is so awesome. And just thank you so much for sharing your love and your passion of what's actually happened. And thank you. You have given me a lead way to kind of even talk about my why. My why is a Julie Park.
Mm.
For 31 years in the health and wellness business, Julie Park is my why. So I want to kind of encourage you tonight or inspire you because you're already encouraged because you're here. But let's just inspire. I mean, did she not already do a phenomenal job? So if we don't post, how would she have seen? That's what gives me the chills. If Tammy had not posted, if Tammy had said, oh, this just is a bunch of this or that, where would Julie Park be today? We don't know.
No.
But what we do know is because Tammy posted, Julie took action open enough to, it wasn't that Julie said, well, let me just see it. Maybe she did. But guess what? Those drops went to work in her sales, and her sales showed her something on the outside. So many times we think about the just the outside, and I'm with it, ladies and gentlemen. You know, you get on the scale, you don't see something the first week. The second week, you kind of like, I lost a pound, but then I gained it back. That's not true. When the body is repairing from the inside to the outside, it's miraculous. It is doing you a favor. And I like what she said. I had to write it down. She says, my insides, no, how did she put it? My insides match my outside. Or and then she could do that vice versa,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And then the next thing she said was, I like that glow up, Julie. I'm all into that glow up. So what I am saying is this call is here for this inspiration. So I mean, I think we should post 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7 times because there are some Julie Parks out there. But let me tell you something. Julie said it herself. So nobody can come back and say, Cynthia, did Julie say that? Julie said she just went on. You know, she wasn't feeling good, but she had to smile. She was just going on. I am telling you, somebody is waiting for you to rescue them. They are waiting for us to rescue them and make that smile on the inside. So, you know, I'm a sales girl. I always talk about sales. How happy. If I could sing, you know what? I'm going to find me a singer for this one, Michelle. Every little cell in your body is happy and well. It wants to be. The drops just happen to be the tool that we use to create all of these happy cells. Get out of your head, follow your heart, and share with as many people as you can. And I mean, let's run. Kind of like, I can't think of another example other than Forrest Gump. He started running and he didn't stop until we got to be that way about these drops. And Julie, your story inspires this so that we can run harder, run with more confidence because we want to be on the other side of helping a Julie Park. So I thank you. Love to you. You're awesome. And thank you for sharing like you always do. And you know, it's the MNC. We're going to turn it right over to Michelle because she does a phenomenal job in all things. But she's going to close us out and just remind us if you're a guest here or here and saying, you know what? I am going to hold my head up and push my shoulders back. And I'm going to run with this opportunity. Let's let Michelle tell us exactly how to do that.
Well, absolutely. Thank you, Cynthia. And thank you again, Julie. So, you guys have options. I love it. If you're a guest on this call, I want to tell you what your options are. But most important, if you invited a guest on the call, I want you to know and reach back to your guest to ask them, okay, what is your choice of options? So, option number one is you can continue to buy retail. And I say, why would you buy retail? None of us are going to pay full price for anything. So we're just going to slash number one and go straight to number two. And you're going to save on your drop. So you're going to ask the person who brought you on this call, tell them you're a number two, you're going to save. But I want to take it a couple of steps further. I want you to consider, like Julie and Cynthia have spoken, once you get amazing results on the drops, you're not going to keep it a secret. You're going to want to share with other people. So you're going to want to post it on social media, and why not get paid for it, right? So you're going to save and earn for your efforts of sharing your results with other people. But that's number three. And number four is you're going to save and earn fast. So that one creates a little bit of mystique, right? So I want you to reach back to the person who brought you on this call. Tell them whether you're a 2, 3, or 4, and be prepared to tell them if you are a 2, 3, or 4, we want to get you on a call and find out how we can help you share these drops and become a part of our army of millions to get these drops in the hands of billions. So thank you guys for being on this call. Make sure that you reach back to the person who brought you on. And then invite your people every Monday night, because we have had this call every Monday night for the last year or so at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. So invite you to come back again next week and invite your guest. And I challenge you, invite 5 people to this call, because they're all, how many people can we help? We want to help more and more. You guys have a great night. Thanks for being on the call, and see you next Monday. Love you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
I love you
Good
guys. Thank
night.
you guys. Have an awesome evening.
See
Bye.
Great
ya.
job.